Because we might not know hieroglyphics, but we know our ancient Kemetic culture as Moors. We know our ancient Egyptian culture as Moors. We're not in denial of it. We recognize it. We know what it is. But that ain't our legacy. We're custodians of that legacy, but we carried on from that. And Philo said, the need of Hebrew thought and life is liberty. The Hebrew prophets, seers, and givers of the law were men of power, men of holy thought, and they bequeathed to us a system of love that was ideal, one strong enough to lead our people to the goal of perfectness. This is the Hebrews we're talking about now. You already dealt with it. You know that Kemet's dead. Egypt is dead. There's nothing there but graves and tombs that used to be temples. So when they come and tell you about you're some ancient Egypt, whatever, you're Nefer, whatever. You're dead. If you're Nefer, whatever, you better put El or Bay on that and give that some life. Just like Mizraim did. Because that's not over here. But put El on it, gave it life. But carnal minds repudiated this law of love and filled the minds with selfishness. These are the Hebrew guys whose stuff we're finding out now is dead too. So you shouldn't be calling yourself no Hebrew or anything. If you're Hebrew, you better put more on it. Just like your ancient foremothers and forefather Hebrew did in the 1920s, during the time when Noble Drew Ali was around, called themselves Moors. Even though they were Jews. They called themselves Moors. But carnal minds repudiated this law of love and filled the minds with selfishness, and purity in heart became a myth. The people were enslaved. For all the Hebrew Israelites out there who are sincere and wonder, how come they just keep us reading this Torah stuff all the time and Hebrew stuff all the time? Like, how come we can't? And then you venture outside of the gate, you know, and then they put on the electric fence, and then you panic because you think that, you know, you did something bad, you left the compound, now you can't get back. Actually, you're free. There's a field right there. You're free right now. Run for the fields. Because the Hebrew stuff is dead. Carnal minds repudiated the law of love. How dirty you are to do that? The law of love, not just love generally, the law of love, they repudiated. And filled the minds with selfishness. Same thing they're talking about there, they're bigger than everybody else. You know, they got there dressed up like Power Rangers and talking about who's what and who's whatever. You guys, your stuff's dead. What are you talking about? What are you standing on stuff talking about stuff? Your stuff's dead. Only way that you have life is if you're a Hebrew Moor. That's it. If you don't have a nationality as a Hebrew Israelite, you're on some dead stuff. That is what it is, nothing personal. You know what I mean? Take it how you want it. I really don't care personally. Because I know Moors who are Hebrew Israelites. And they don't push no Torah and all that crap and tribes of BS. Everybody's Moors to the Hebrew Israelites that I know. Hebrews, their school of thought, which has nothing to do with me personally. I could care less. But they got Moorish nationality. And, you know, that unites us. As Hebrews and as Islamic / Sufi / Egyptian / whatever Moors. So they have their own school of thought, their own language, whatever like that. And that's cool. Based on our nationality as Moors, because they're Hebrews, we can unify, which we're doing, have done, and will continue to do. Because order of the day, nationality. Just like the brother said in the beginning. Well, you know, I come from both worlds. I come from both worlds. I come from the nationality world, and then I come from the corporate, I'm black BS world. And I'm riding with the nationality world before I'm riding with this black stuff that people are talking about. Because, you know, I know I'm more. I know I'm more, even though I'm a spiritual being. But when I come to this earth plane, I might be called Dominican, but I know I'm a more. And they keep missing it. So Islam told Shalom told the Hebrew Mormons. But when he comes, who is to come? He will proclaim emancipation for the slaves. My people will be free. The Hebrew prophet Philo is telling the gods, telling the other prophets, remember somebody's going to come and be above the gods, because the gods, they ain't nobody. They ain't. All the Hebrew Asar, all that stuff is nothing. Nothing. Means nothing. Right? But when he comes, who is to come? Whoever that is, when he comes, who is to come? He will proclaim emancipation for the slaves. He will proclaim emancipation for the slaves. So they know that somebody's going to come to proclaim emancipation for the slaves. They know that somebody's going to come to do that. Right? Remember, this is the silent brotherhood, who the so-called secret Masons or whatever like that, Freemasons, Shriners, Rothschilds, Rosicrucians, whatever name they want to parade around as, know that in the Illuminati quote-unquote structure, it's based on the pyramid. And then all the different levels are, you know, of the pyramid are the different levels of the orders. The capstone of the Illuminati whatever pyramid is the White Brotherhood. The White Brotherhood is not some Europeans. The White Brotherhood is ancient seers, prophets, sages, who told the people that there ain't no such thing as no prophets and gods and all that. And Noble Drew Ali came with that information for these people who thought that somebody outside of themselves was a god. And he brought the message to them that God is within. And then he brought the message of the seers when he presented the mysteries of the secret, the mysteries of the silent brotherhood of the East, the mysteries of the silent brotherhood of the East. Right? So obviously there's the mysteries of the silent brotherhood of the West, a mysteries of the silent brotherhood of the North, a mystery of the silent brotherhood of the South. Because it's a circle with 4 quadrants, not just one quadrant. So there's all these mysteries of the secret brotherhood. This is why Noble Drew Ali on the nationality card had all those prophets. So that you can have access to the information of the secret brotherhood of the East, West, North, and South. Because once you have the East, everything else is just going to fill in the space. They'll just be falling in your lap. You know, you hit the thing and then coins just coming out. You don't even know what to do. You're just getting so much blessings or whatever. You don't even know what to do. Behold, for Allah has made incarnate wisdom, love, and light, which he called Emmanuel. All the Rastafarians out there. Prince Emmanuel, and then he told you about, Universal Declarations of the Rights of Indigenous People, Article 15 and all that stuff, and you guys pay him no mind about nationality, but you say, oh yeah, we honor him, praise Emmanuel, and all the BS, beating the drum, all the BS, and not even invoking anything. Spirits coming. How come no spirits coming? Because this stuff is dead. Just dead. Oh yeah, sounds good. I feel the energy, but not really hitting nothing with me. Because if our ancient foremothers and forefathers used to beat the drum to let some guys 4 days away know that we're coming, you guys not doing nothing with no goddamn drum right now. So that's dead. So if that's dead, why don't you get on what the people who were the custodians of all the ancient African cultures. That's why you don't notice, right? That right? Okay, let's go on the occult side. If we're gonna rate anybody that's occult, right, on the occult side, right, we're gonna say Azariah, who's a babe. Everybody else recognize he's the occult guy. Kemetic people, whatever like that they talk about occult. Ma Jade and Azariah, hit them up. Right? Don't worry, he's a babe. Right? Panic. Occult does rituals, puts down the stuff and all that. Crystals and lamps and salts and stuff you never heard of. Rituals. And then he knows that he's a Moor because he's a student of Bobby Hemmett, who's a student of C. Freeman L, who's a Moor. We're in the occult realm. Another student, Bobby Hemmett, Rudra Notorio, who used to be just an occult guy, but then now he's L. And he's a Moor. And he's on the occult side. But, no beef or nothing like that. That's his quote-unquote religious belief. It's constitutional right to practice his Aboriginal culture, which for him is occult, which he has a history, when you trace the occult, of going back to the Salem witch burnings and stuff like that. Which Salem is really Salam, which is Islamic. But they're occult stuff. Why are they relating occult stuff to some Islamic witches? Oh, because same stuff. And raw Moors. And people playing people. Telling them about, oh yeah, that Noble Drew Ali brought Rashicrucian book, and Noble Drew Ali brought, well, based on what we read, if this Rashicrucian book, then Rashicrucians are on it. If this is the Rashicrucian book, then Rashicrucians are on something then. That Negro, black, colored, whoever else thinks that they're, whatever they think they are, they better go get their stuff and maybe read it. Because if the Mysteries of the Silent Brotherhood is the Rashicrucian book, that Noble Drew Ali stole from some European because he wanted some Europeans made him who he is and stuff like that, then he went to the right people to get his stuff. Because it's not about Rashicrucian, it's about the knowledge. It's not about, how's the fish? Oh, the fish is good, but there's so many bones. Why are you talking about bones? If the fish is good, shut the hell up. What is bones? What are you worried about bones? Oh man, this weed's so good, but we had so much seeds and sticks and stems to pull out of it. We worry about sticks and stems and stuff if the weed's good. Shut the hell up and smoke.